Sir, I'm curious to know from you that you have worked in multiple film industries like the Indian movie industry, Hollywood, and even regional cinema with diverse backgrounds and different budgets. You have actually worked in one of the costliest web series ever, if I may say, as in Star Trek Discovery. So what is your experience in working amongst such varied cinema topologies?
Oh God, there's so many. I mean, it's like if I put it this way, very simply, I guess, would be that the metaphor that Indian artistic wisdom says that you have to become like water to fit into the patra. If the patra is a cup, you know,
Yes.
and the water is the actor who fits in. To be able to become like water as a person is the hardest thing to do. To have transparency and fluidity and the ability to quench your thirst also. So I look at it this way. When I work with like Star Trek, you mentioned, is the most expensive series on earth now. So I become the actor who acts in the most expensive series on earth. Then recently I acted in a film called Lorne the Flaneur, and I asked them, "Do you have money to fly me to Shillong?" And they said, "Oh yeah, we'll fly you to Shillong, no problem, sir." I'm like, okay. So I said, "I'm ready to take the train as well." And they said, "No, we have enough money to fly you." And my transportation was a two-wheeler and a scooter, which the character drives in the film. And that was it, you know. So then I'm playing the role of an actor who acts in a no-budget film or love budget film, and I enjoy it thoroughly. So I look at it that way, and it's a great opportunity to be able to also enjoy it and to be able to do it without any qualms or without any feeling, oh, I'm doing a service to them and all that nonsense. I do it for myself, and it's only for my satisfaction. It's nothing to do with that I'm contributing to regional cinema and all that. People say, I'm like, haha, you think like that, but I'm just doing it for selfish reason because I love it. As simple as that. There's nothing to do with anything else. I enjoyed it thoroughly when I worked in Shillong for 16 days, and the young ones, you know, like there's the most interesting part. So there's a scene where I have to buy a bottle of booze and it's raining. So there was no rain, so they used these cutters, you know, wooden planks, small ones like, you know, 2 feet by 3 feet, and they made holes in bottles like this, and they were like pouring water. You know,
Okay.
and I'm telling them, no, do it this way, and don't start the camera. Okay, fine. And then action, and I act as if there's water, and I'm buying the booze, you know, booze bottle. And it's so fascinating to live that experience. And we just laughed away to glory when we saw the scene. I'm like, hey, you're pouring water, you know. And I think I'm one of the luckiest actors, as I said in the beginning, in India, that I'm being offered these roles. I don't know what else to say. It's a great experience, and I love it. Like right now,
That's
I'm in Glasgow. I went for quarantine for 14 days, and then I started shooting, and I'm enjoying it completely.
that's
Yeah.
such an humbling experience. Is there anything that you think that Hollywood might learn from Indian cinema, or maybe is there something that we might learn from Hollywood?
So the Hollywood should learn to make smaller films and also not to sort of take over the world. Let the other countries have their films and not to take over all the cinema halls. It is changing now, that's what I said, that all of us will face the music. Like Tenet got released in cinema halls, a few days ago, and I watched it. It's wonderful to watch it on a big screen, but Tenet could only show it show their film on big screen because they have the money. What about the film that I acted in, which has no money? How will it be shown on a big screen? Does my my film doesn't deserve to be shown on big screen? Or only those who have the money, they can show it on the big screen? These are legitimate questions that we should ask, So they should leave some spaces for films which are made with a lot of love and craft, but not necessarily with a lot of money. Jagad Depardieu, the French actor, who when I worked with him in Life of Pi, he said, "You don't need a lot of money to make good films. You need a lot of art and good, you need a lot of knowledge and wisdom and knowledge of the craft to make good films." I produced Satyajit Ray's film, Ghore Baire. And he was the producer of the film, I was told by him. And then that's when he said that you don't need a lot of money to make good films. Not necessarily, no. So yeah, we should learn from each other. And I think Bollywood could possibly take the drive, the attitude of not letting it go till they've have sort of reached the sense how do I say that they have there is an attitude of theek hai, chal jayega,
Right.
That attitude, will do it. Oh, it doesn't matter. It matters, what kind of film you make.
Yes.
Don't leave it. The details are important, and every detail is important. And so the Hollywood films I've worked in few of them, so they really strive for excellence, which is amazing. And the punctuality, the pre-production happens. Like I got the script of Life of Pi 3-4 months in advance. They send me a crutch which I have to walk as Pi's father 2 months before, so that I can practice it at home. The driver who is going to pick me up at from the hotel on the first day of the shoot at 5:55 in the morning. The schedule came to me like 2 months before, and everything was like clockwork. And then you don't need to worry about anything. You just act. Here, अच्छा गाड़ी आया नहीं है अभी तक, देखते हैं, will it come? Sir, थोड़ा सा late हो गया आज, अब कल करते हैं. So all that. I think we have a lot to learn. We have a lot to learn from all these films that they make in the Western world.
Time is of essence. Thank you so much, sir, for your response.